this all over again. After all these years, to come and stand before the Lord, my children and friends. Hello, everyone. Hello, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Yes, I've been in trying to get myself on here. All right. So let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk and see where we are. I like to start this conversation first. That was me on my wedding day. Today on the 22nd of um, October. And I am grateful to the Lord for this joining. Every day is different, but we bless God for His grace and for this journey so far. Um, Someone to laugh with, somebody to fight with, somebody to cry with. Yes. So I would like to talk tonight about the wrong or right majority in the case of Liberia. Okay. In the case of Liberia, the right or the wrong majority in the case of Liberia. Okay. And that would be yours to decide. I will conclude. We're going to talk and then we're going to conclude. First, I like to play a video that I listened to this evening. A representative speaking on the floor, asking that the Senate is receiving everything that they want, but the House of Representatives is not receiving. Okay, there are a few things that I would note. All right, folks, I'm going to be here for 1 hour and that's it. I have a lot of stuff on my plate to take care of, but I have a commitment and I have to keep up with those commitments. Okay, so um, what's this? Is so low. Okay, so let's continue here. Let me play this and then we will speak to it. And then I'm gonna I saw a few newspaper today, and I would like to speak to those too in regards to here is the representative. All right. I don't want to hear about him talking about that Moses and the Egyptian from the lands of the South Southwest Asians to Africa with that conditioning of story. Oh, Pharaoh was so wicked. But guess what? Napoleon were in Africa and murdered over 10 million people. You're not talking about Napoleon, let my people go. Okay? Using God's name and situation to cleanse yourself, to lie to the people, to condition them to think you're working in their favor. Who the people of Egypt and who is Moses at this point? Is it the one who are trying to get $25,000 to remove a speaker, or those who accepted $40,000 to put in a speaker? All right. So I'm trying to understand from the Liberian people, and we are all over the place about, oh, this person got to go. Now, is he going based on moral or some sort of philosophy, belief system, or is he leaving because of what in there for them? Okay, So it's good that they are all showing their hand, but I want you guys to listen to this guy right here. All right? Listen.
God is always on the side of the afflicted.
God is always on the side of the afflicted. Apparently, God is now on the side of the Liberian people. For 40 years, they are being wilderness. They continue to hire, all right, people like the one that are speaking. They continue to bring in people that will suffer they and their children even more. So let's talk about the afflicted a little bit. But listen to him. Listen to him. In the end, he will tell you what he's hiding in his hand that he's talking about.
Never look at his people to suffer continuously. In the hands of Pharaoh. Pharaoh is on nothing easily. Pharaoh. Nothing easily. And so God called Moses and said, Moses, go down to Egypt and tell people go. So I'm telling you, we don't want leadership.
You hear it? We don't want the leadership that when our gas coupon come, it don't reach to us. It's not about the Liberian people. I told y'all. Y'all listen. I'm gonna carry it back a little bit.
I'm telling you, we don't want. Now, when our gas coupon come, it don't reach to us. We don't want a leadership that will have special section. The Senate are receiving 100%, and we are receiving 40%. I stop by to let you know. It's going to bless you and help you with sarcastically.
Y'all hear that, Liberian people? Y'all hear that? It's not about the Liberian people. It's not about anything that have to do with the nation. All right? It has nothing to do with okay. It has nothing to do with the Liberian people. Okay. This have absolutely, it has absolutely nothing to do with the Liberian people. It has nothing to do with morality. It has nothing to do with principle. It has nothing to do with the intent, nationalism, patriotism. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with job creation, okay, the pain of the Liberian people or liberation of the Liberian people. The only people in Egypt that he's speaking about, okay, in my opinion, at this point, are the lawmakers. All right. So let me continue. Let me speak to some of you here, if you're here. But I'm gonna wait till we get more people on, and then we're gonna talk about this, so I can get people to understand. All right. Here we go. So now I want to read to you from Page Africa where they wrote today. I hear people say, gosh, this is sad. This is sad. All right. So, Chairman Bility, Musa Bility, when he took oath, he asked the House to do an audit. They have been playing around with the audit. Majority of your people who are in government in today, some of them in the executive, started in the Senate, got rich overnight. Majority of them on the ways and means, talking about Jesus, Pharaoh. All right, they're the one who talking about Pharaoh today. Hmm? But here they are. Here they are from either selling in the market, selling plant, selling gasoline in glass bottle to the Senate of representative to work for the Liberian people. All of a sudden, they're all millionaires. But they're declaring themselves as the children of God, who God is coming to, Moses is coming to liberate. They don't want a house or a leader where you see how limited these people are. You in the Constitution, there are 3 equal branch of government. Each have their duty, and the duty has a perimeter, meaning they have a limitation as to what it can do. The president cannot take what's supposed to be theirs, or the executive, not president per se. Let me just say, the executive cannot take what they approve and sit on it and say, I'm not going to pay it. He can be called. He can be impeached of sabotaging. But here it is too. Who make the law? Another thing is, if the executive that law does not benefit the Liberian people, that it contradicts the Constitution, you can veto that. And they can go back and forth with that. And if it can influence, asking the Liberian people, we don't need to pay these people the money. 90% of our budget cannot be spent on just on the 3 branches of government. With over 5 million people still without jobs and food. No schools, if they mean well for the Liberian people. But let's continue here. I really wanted to listen. This was agitating today. All right. So, folks, if you are here, so even call God name on here is very discouraging. That's hypocrisy at its highest. What God got to do with this? What does God have to do with this? What role is God playing in here? You are talking about you benefit, okay? You are talking about you alone eating. Now, it comes to a thought of the majority. Have the majority in Liberia been right for 40 years, almost or more, since 1980? 44 years. And with the same mindset, have they been right? No, we have not. We have not. We have not been right at all. We have continued to make decisions today. I listened to Yeke. I think Yeke will on, and I'm going to play Yeke on a story. This is actually all about money, all about them as individual, without factoring the Liberian people. And I see people who are like myself, who live in other people's country, that the system work and they hold the system accountable. They hold the people that they elect accountable. We're all over on Facebook. all over on Facebook, biking. What is happening? People who show up in the middle of the night for money. I'm trying to say, give me a reason to support you on this journey. Are you removing Funanjo Kofa based on principle? What principle is that? You just elected him yesterday. Okay? Now, let me come back here to somebody over here. What we are talking is political. The people we are talking about are politicians. And whether we like it or not, politics trumps everything, especially in democracy, even on your job. Okay? The people who make decisions, that are making decisions, and I got Liberia in chaos, they're politicians. The people who decide if our children should sit in a good school, they're politicians. The people who decide or pave the path for a nation to rise or to fall, they're politicians. Those are your leadership. So everything is politics. Okay? And the church is a part of politics. Guess what? The first king of Israel was ordained, blessed by the prophet. So when we sit on and try to like put people in a box and say, oh, everything is politics. Politics is about governance. The philosophy of politics, when you hear people like Alexander the Great, when you hear people like Achilles, okay, they were conquering other nations to make that nation great. When they talk about the greatness of America, where do you think it come from? Who designed the system? Who in charge of the army? Who allocate enough funding that defense is strong, that nobody can, that they stay ahead of the curve? America was not a superpower in World War II or during World War I. World War I, America was not a superpower. America emerged as a superpower after World War II in the 40s. In fact, in the 30s, America could not even feed herself. America was considered the Dust Bowl. America fought, then you actually have to borrow money from the chase, the family, as a nation, the powerful nation you see today. I live in Georgia. When Georgia was established in 1732, it was just a hard, rare clay. The people that came here had complained about it, and people started coming from everywhere. They put in the leadership. Okay. Oh, Genevieve, we need to talk. Yeah, I know you sent me stuff for us to talk. Thank you for watching. Okay. The leadership had 3 reasons. Okay. Economic, defense, and philanthropics. Found a place for the English people that were struggling, that could not make it in England, because it's a small place, to get in land that they can plant, to also find resources, material, raw material, to be able to ship to the country. China did the same thing. Up to 1976, before Mao died, Chinese could not feed themselves. Hey, Mr. Gay, Chinese could not feed themselves. They were each other at some point. They were eating grasshopper and eating everything that could find. Some of them killing each other. But one leader came. He was the politician, still a politician. Deng Xiaoping was a politician. He structured the nation. Before Xi Jinping came in. Just yesterday in 1976. Just yesterday in 1976. So when you come on platform, you talk to people. Listen, This is the information. We are all not equal. I know some of you can, you see a woman, you see my name is Ya, you assume I'm just talking. I studied a lot of country. I'm making my business. That literally, I've been down and change and put themselves on the right path and continue to. But it all involves politics. Go look at the philosophy of politics. When they say politics, it's about interest. It's not an individual interest. It's about a nation. It's like you stole all the money and you rich, and all your family people poor. You poor. They built all the big houses, steal from the people that they're working for. Now they're at each other's neck. These people, and I'm gonna play this. Let me play where Funani Kofa said today. Funani Kofa, not Funani Kofa. Who was that today? Yeke spoke today. All right, Yeke spoke today. Where is that stuff that I had? I was just showing today. Oh, okay, I pass it. But I'm gonna go ahead and play it anyway. All right. I listened to Yeke. These people went to Farmington Hotel. Y'all remember? All of us were here. They got $40,000 or $45,000 each to vote for Nati Kofa. Okay? To vote for Nati Kofa as a speaker. Okay? So in few minutes, you want to tell me in 10 months, because you're not getting your gas slip, because you're not getting your own cut. All right? Happy Tuesday, my dear. So all of a sudden now, you're not giving me anything. So Liberian people, let me come back. Me and my proud 1%. Because I do stuff based on conviction. That's why I don't easily throw it in the towel. I say yeah every month, every day, every other day, and talk to you. I've done that for almost 10 years straight. I've advocated since I was 13. My some of you were hiding, running away, doing the Ebola. And I'm trying to, I can see if somebody can recover my phone, the picture. When Donald Trump said, the people in the Ebola zone should not be allowed to come to America. In fact, Dr. Kim Bradley and Nessa Weibo should not be brought to America. America got her own problem. I was the one in the studio, NPR studio, speaking for Liberia. I was the one with my team, the Liberian who came out, not that many people, at Embry Hospital when Obama showed up, that we spoke. On Channel 57, on CNNBC, I know people say that they go, oh, you're this and that because you done this, you done that. All right? So, yes, it is politics. Okay.
Today, so this is where we end up. Managed to do away with the amount of 14,000 plus because Representative Jim Poulet took I think about $200 or some dollars from it.
You hear that?
In the presence of Clarence along with his travel.
Do you hear it?
Also plan ourselves. We made a plan that and because I have not identified myself to be anywhere, I will go there, act like I'm part of them, and make sure that what they are doing to be brought in public. And this listing, you will be surprised. The names are here. Page 2 to page 3.
Let me go back a little bit. Are you representative there?
Sometimes drink water. One is A sketchy businessman or crook can come to conduct business, but I don't think that.
Is that active somewhere? Okay. All right, I'm gonna come up and play that. I think it was like 13, 14. Hold on. Not 30 minutes. Yeah, my laptop have been acting up. Okay, yeah, your lawmaker.
We decided to go there and pretend as though I am part of it. Of course, they called me last day, and I said we're going to conclude it today. So this is where we end up. I managed to do away with the amount of 14,000 plus because Representative Jim Collette took, I think.
You're sitting in that place. You're sitting in that place. You're begging, posting your children on Facebook all day long, on different media. All right? Not sending it. On different social media, on phone, on radio station. All right? So people can help your children born in the hospital. You're sent, you're all over begging. These people are stealing, okay? Stealing from your 14,000 times 43. They're gonna get what? They're gonna get what? More after they would have signed. All right. And you guys are not outraged. You're more concerned about Fonani Kofa being removed. All right. Tell me why you elected him yesterday. Why would you want him removed? Is it for the money? What law have he breached that you're saying you should remove him? I'm not backing him though. I didn't support Fonani Kofa. I just want people to, but I want, why are you removing him? All right. Now I have sent it to you. Why have you? You now come back here. Eh? So that's why I want to know. You are not removing him because he did something immoral. You're not removing him because you propose a bill that's supposed to decrease your salary. So like they can put more money into the school system so our road can be fixed. You're not saying I'm removing him because he's a blockade to the development of the nation. Why are you removing him? You're removing him so when y'all get your gas card, it can get to your Liberian people. I hope you are listening. All right. We want their faces. We want to post them. Now you can come on and we can take that from there. What I want to read is what Front Page Africa wrote today. Actually, I was still on here where they got talking. Y'all listen up.
Took, I think, about $200 or $100 from
15,000 cash.
Along with his travel. But we have also planned ourselves. We made a plan that a group would be behind me. And because I'm not identifying myself to be anywhere.
Come on, hold on. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank
you. You hear the story? Let me play. Like your lawmaker then here.
I will go there and act like I'm part of them and make sure that
$15,000 cash.
And this listing, you will be surprised. The names are here. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. So before at the end here, you will see my name. That is how I managed to actually get the money because I have to I'm signing, of course. do away with it.
But what would be wondering, how on earth you managed to come with this listing? How did it happen? Was there an application, and who actually called you for the money?
Yeah, because they have been wanting for the number to build. So I have to use my own logical experience. So I told them, make sure that this listing be in our possession, along with whatever involved with the listing, which is the money.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Yes.
Well, I say the Liberian people will get to know. I'm sure we are here to work for the Liberian people.
But if I may ask, why on earth you choose not to go with all the lawmakers? Why you choose
You have to tell me. You have to convince me beyond all reasonable doubt. Why do you want to do this? Is it good for our country? It's that our people going to benefit, or they are doing it because of some selfish motive? Because the budget people want to get hold of a budget in their possession. So whatever they want to do with the Liberian people money, they can do it.
Thank you.
And we can stand for that.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah,
Show me something.
yeah. Welcome,
Yeah.
my dear. That your
Thank you.
Liberia story, oh. That Liberia story. Yeah. And this other one who was speaking today, this one I played earlier. The man said, it's so sad. Okay. That
That when I was
listen.
and so God called Moses and said, Moses,
You see the blasphemy?
to
Yep.
Egypt.
See this wickedness?
Tell Pharaoh to let the people go. So this leadership, I'm telling you, we don't want
Better driven.
that when our gas to one time, they can reach to us.
That's the main idea.
We don't want a leadership that will have such a section. The Senate are receiving 100%, and we are receiving 40%.
And you hear them?
Yep.
You hear them? So that is the essence. It's not about the children, the 300,000+ young people that have no job, that are strung on drugs. It's not about them. It's not about the Liberian women that are having babies now they have become indigenous species among their fellow women that are going to JFK or in a hospital to have a child. Now it's a death trap. It's not about the young boy that's sitting now in JFK, burned all over his body, that may just sit there and be crippled for the rest of their life or may die because we have no specialized doctor, because they don't pay our doctors enough for people to want to be doctors in Liberia. It's not about putting money in agriculture so Liberian can feed himself. That young boy, Toure, is doing Burkina Faso. That's not what it's about. It's not about cutting their own budget to say we need water to be running in 2024 in all of the country. We need electricity so investor can come. So our people there around the world can come and we can have e-commerce, we can boom business. This is not about that. This is not about cutting the budget where you put reallocating budget for our old people, where some of them from the war trauma, some of them you got children where you have their last moment in a distant place. This is not what it's about. This is not about a crime that the team for Nadi Kofa committed. All right. Why I do not support him, I did not support him, but they brought, in fact, people voted for him and they voted him as leader among peers. What is his crime? So I too can join them. That's what I want to know. But nobody have been able to explain to me what the crime he committed. I'm yet to hear that. Yeah, that's it.
You know, listening to all the shenanigans that are going on in Liberia today, all those stuff that are going on, especially with the speakers speaking, you know, to the media, to the Liberian people today through the Spoon FM and what have you. Liberian people, this alone should be a lesson learned. You know, again, I think when we were on the same platform the other day, I said, I'm sorry for all the rookie lawmakers that were elected about 9 months ago,
Yeah.
on those rogues in there, and now they have presented themselves, to be entangled in that atmosphere. They are presenting themselves, So, to my district number 8, Nima County, I'm speaking directly to you today, the young people, my generation, this generation, the 21st generation, the generation of light. This is the time that we should wake up and stand up for what is right. This is the time. Like the business said, now it's not about you creating or the representative in that house that you send out there at the Capitol building in Monrovia to create an avenue for you to be able to get to school safely. It's not about it. Now it's about his pocket. It's about how he will settle himself if he don't even know if he will be elected, re-elected 6 years from now. So now
And that's why we will be ready for them.
Yeah,
not to have them re-elected.
Establishing himself. That's what he's looking at now. So it's not about it. And it's not late. You can still remove him before the 6 years could even be over. You can remove him. Do you know that? Do you know you have that power to do that?
Yeah.
You do have that power to do that.
Yeah.
So, my fellow Liberians, this is the time. You see, now people trying to defend it. Oh, it happened in snow time, snow removal time. It happened in title removal time. Title removal time, we didn't have information the way we're having information today.
Exactly.
So it was just among themselves.
Yeah.
It was just among themselves. So the public were not getting the information that we're getting today. So, they were not getting it. So today we have information. Thank God for Mark Zuckerberg for his Facebook idea that he brought up. Thank God for Google then that have brought in stuff. YouTube then that come to light and bringing and shining light to all the ugly behavior in our society. So there is no excuse that we can give no more that, oh, yeah, we didn't have the power. Yes, you do have the power. Call your representative, feet to the fire. In fact, when through 3 months pass, you don't see your representative in your district, it should raise a concern. It should raise a concern. That man or woman should be visiting your constituents, their constituents, every time to know the struggle you people are going through. They're sitting there today. They try to manipulate that they have been doing, things that they have been doing over time, that got us to where we are today. And they're manipulating us still in these days of light. It's an insult to your intelligence. It's an insult to the education that you are getting today. Because a lot of, if in Africa, you would say Liberia is one of the educated countries. And more educated country like Liberia and is underdeveloped. What that say to our education? What that say to our education? Educated country that Liberia, because I'm saying Liberia is educated because the number of degrees that are out there. A number of degrees that are out there. But yet, no good news can come from Liberia. What will make somebody hard earn money to into Liberia economies? What would make somebody that have worked so hard and just bring that money and dump it into such environment? Look, we have to stand up. We have to stand up. Those lawmakers are insulting us every day. They are looking down on us every day. This is the time that we stand and tell them that we implore you. You are answerable to us, and you got to answer some questions, and you got to do what is right. We send you there to do something better. Some of all our employees, we get taxed. If we don't execute those taxes, guess what? We'll get fired. They will remove us. They will let go. They will let us go, and they will bring in people that are willing to do the job. If they replace me, and that person do the same thing, they will replace me again until they get that right person. Get tired electing people.
Yeah. The question that begs an answer. were the majority right for electing these people. Because we are big on these numbers, not on quality of leaders that we pick. Okay. The guy in District 7 is called, where is
Say
that? I just pulled it up. It's called Mene. Mene?
say Mene. Yeah.
Say Mene. Yes, say Mene. A name is spelled CSMIANA. Was elected on MDR ticket, which would be Jeremiah Coon's ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
Jeremiah Coon and Johnson ticket in 2023. You people elected. That was used to be Larry Nwankwe's district. But what he does not understand is before Larry Nwankwe came to that seat, somebody was there. And they moved Larry Nwankwe to put him there. Okay. Now he's thinking he's going to be there forever. All right. Nyaflomo of district, is that district 1? Nyaflomo was the also one that was, and you know what sad is, yeah? Did you hear those people insulting, using Marcos? These are lawmakers using mother, insulting their own mother. Then what you see, monkey do, right? And we hear Liberian children. The last time I think Prophet Key went to the airport, and these children were cursing, using. And I watched other nations and their children are in school around that time. Our children are just all over gallivanting, where you have lawmakers instead of prioritizing the nation, instead of sitting down and saying, how do we position ourselves in this new era, in this new revolution? You pass the cultural revolution past us. The industrial revolution passed us. The Dakan revolution passed us. This is the AI revolution. But you got a nation where lawmakers create themselves a place, all right, make it legal for them to loot the state and leave the people as vagabonds, beggars, and barely existing. That is the problem.
It is.
So, a message to the people out there. You know, I've gotten so many calls. Now today I was at work. Some of the people that were on the same platform were telling, oh, we need that, we want this person. That not this person time. And reaching out to me. Now, today I got almost 6 calls. Says, yeah, can you please call me? We need to do something. My thing is, I also have reservation. Because when CDC took over and UP were booted out, this platform was the largest platform in the diaspora. The second one was Emmanuel Service. The George Lobo then are yelling today. Darlington, Cyrus, all of those people were on this platform. When I say let's go to New York, everybody show up. The Josiah Joker, all of them. You can see when we went to the speaker office here, I did the introduction. Josiah read the petition to Pelosi. When we went to protest in DC, all of them were there. When the White House sent a whole security details for us to make sure we were protected. This is during Trump time. All of those people, most of them in that government today, they were there. They were saying this government is bad for Liberia. They have gotten the opportunity, you know, like I said before, and I will say it over. The advocates of Taylor became the leader of Ellen Johnson UP. They failed the people miserably. They stole, became millionaire. Liberia is Africa, but I'm going to talk about Liberia. That's why I know. It's the only place you don't create nothing. You don't make nothing.
No.
But you become millionaire just by working in the government. How in hell the country with 3.5 million people living below the poverty line of the 5.3 million, that the lawmakers are making over $200,000 a year. And they also are able to come up with $45 $100,000. They just got $100,000 and $150,000 each. Now these same people are crying for gas money. Liberian people, man, just stop this tribal stuff. Just stop this party stuff and start thinking about the nation, about the future of the nation. That's the problem that we have. Yeah, go ahead. Let me listen to you, and then we're gonna go ahead. This is sorrowful.
This is sad. This is sad. You know, it all bow down to the voters. And I will continue every time I have the chance to come on platform like this. I will continue to say this. Our older folks, they are in the market every day.
Yeah,
They are setting that ball to send us to school,
yeah,
so that tomorrow we can be at a better place to be able to take care of them. When they are in their 60s, in their 70s.
correct.
So they will not continue to sell bitter balls, so they can be proud of their product too, their offspring, like like us, that they have struggled to mold and educate. Look at the decision that we will continue to make. Look at the decision we continue.
Yeah, yes.
Look at the decision, and this decision, especially the 2023 decision, it was all about the young people. Nobody will tell me say that the older folks make no decision. You were born 2000. You were born 2005. Up to this time, what have become of your life? What have changed? You saw your parents struggle. Your mom throwing fire, I don't know, oil on her hair, on the house, on the ring to sell. And be able to provide for you and be able to send you to school, not just you alone, but your siblings as well. And today you grown and no mark, no scratch on your skin. But you sitting there and you continue to make that mistake. I can't even say mistake. You continue to follow that stupid behavior. And you put your parents in that continual or poverty in that continual line. At the end, they either come down with stroke, they come down with some high fever, and you bury them early. This is not what we want for this generation. This generation, we should even be wise. You don't have to go to school to be wise. You don't have to go to school. Look, like says y'all said about AI. Just tell AI. AI will tell you and will read it to you. It will even break it down to your. You don't need professor again. You don't need professor again. It will break it down to your level. And those things were meant for us to use it, for us to take advantage of it. It was created. Like we're taking advantage of Facebook today, we're disseminating information. AI is there too now for information dissemination and for you to get knowledge. You might not get the full story from AI, but at least it gives you the baseline. Why are we like this? Why? Some of us, we're so anxious to travel around. Even in the United States we live, we're anxious to even go in other cities because we want to see how things work out. We interact with people of diverse backgrounds, so that when we come on here, we're not just coming on here to just talk because we feel like talking or we have the time to talk. We're coming on here because of the experience that we are getting, things that we are seeing work for other people, and we're giving you that same idea. Be able to listen to us. The America today that everybody want to travel. Now America is going for election in few days. You watching the Americans, how they standing up for what is right. People coming up, speaking. And when you go to the voting pool on November 6th, you will see a lot of older folks in wheelchair walking to come and vote. And when you ask them, why are you voting? I'm voting to keep my Medicaid. I'm voting because my lawmaker will be able to provide this avenue for me to continue to get good standards of living. Liberians, why are you voting? Because this lawmaker or the other politician, yes, plenty of people behind the person. Now I'm voting. Or a lot of advocates behind the person, a lot of people talking behind the person. So even as the person is good, but they're not the person time. Send a lot of group of people on this side, I will go vote on the other side. We have to stand up. We have to open up. And if we continue to be in our state, our lawmakers, our leaders, our ministers, all the people that we electing and appointing to do the right thing for us, they will not do it. They take you for granted because you sell yourself for cheap. They're not seeing that fire burning in you to stand up for what is right for your future and the future of your unborn children and your children.
No, yeah, they're waiting for savior. Let America put sanction on them. Let America put sanction on the last one. America put sanction. Some of us were in the street asking America for sanction, collecting data, providing data, information. What happened? You said sanction, no sanction, you will vote for them. You took $100 and sold your birthright, okay, and voted for them. Look, now, majority of the people who are voting, they have the card out, they have the voting card that they have no use. They have already written the numbers down and given it to people who are giving them money, okay, to go vote. The young people, even the old people, all right? So for me at this point, the question that begs an answer is, you just voted for Nani in yesterday. You guys went to Farmington. You can't tell me it's because you corrupt. You voted in by pay to play. I would have thought, even with taking his money, you have some kind of confidence in him. Now the person will bring the most money. So in 10 months, you got 100,000. You got 45,000 to vote. You went to a retreat. That 500,000 disappeared. You were yet to hear what happened to it. LACT were investigating. Nothing came back. You were supposed to be auditing. Nyomli Kanga were going back and forth. The very Nyomli Kanga, whose father is supposed to be a pastor, she took $10,000. I dare you in America, that a lawmaker go take $10,000 of the people money and go donate it in their father church. She will or he will not be a lawmaker. Okay? It will not happen. It will not happen. They wrote the budget. They say the budget after approving, after the signature, the budget went back to the executive. The budget was modified. Finger. How do we remember? For CPP, the same people. But Liberian people are waiting. Oh, they're waiting for somebody to come from America to get in the street with them. They're waiting for America to come tell them what to do. Let's see. A man who is not in bondage, the man who is not in chains, okay, whose hands are free and watch their children murder, okay, watch injustices and say you leave your own to God. You're not leaving it to God. You don't know God. You don't. And you continue. So I'm saying, the majority of you who voted these people, you are wrong. The majority of you who voted again, George Weah, you are wrong. So maybe you need to rethink. All right? I can go back to Ellen. When they chose Ellen first term, she fooled all of them because she worked diligently. She worked until the international community came in and poured in money to elevate Liberia. She just didn't invest the money into Liberia. All right? But you're new. George Weah, you say he had 8 million or 80 million where he worked for. He squandered it, was begging around, he could not even pay in his house. Okay? You have Pape Bouaka who told you all that money came to the country was squandered. He also told you that the people in the diaspora didn't belong. He told you he was prejudiced, he was divisive, he was tribalistic, and he was going to be that. Now, let me send this caveat to you. Y'all watch out for Gafwan, that my brother, and Kofi Woods. Even the Jeremiah Kun, watch your back. Why you think you're playing people, you are also being played. Watch yourself. Watch yourself, yeah? Watch yourself. Yeah? Go ahead and let's close, sweetheart. Let me go. Go ahead, my daughter filling her final college papers.
Yes, we should learn to take action for ourselves. Then, when the international community seeing us taking action before they come to our aid, we can't be making all those decisions. Then, when the decision backfire on you, then you go disturb the peace of the international community or the international embassies around. That, oh, we need your help. You got to do something. You got to do something. Those things. What's wrong with you going petitioning your lawmaker to your district and say, look, this is what we want, and we want this done? What's wrong with you drafting a bill, giving it to your lawmaker to go and put it on the floor? You can do all of that. What's wrong with you listing some of those things, especially when the budget year comes like that? You list some of those things that you want for your lawmaker to advocate for it to be passed in the budget. What's wrong with that? But you will set the lawmaker will go and put it there on some company, and when it pass, then they go pick it up, then they put it in their pocket, they go give you $5, you happy. Look at what we hear today, and people, I see young people try to defend it. Why Fanati had the information he's setting on it? Do you know why those group of people just jump up? Why Fanati were out of the country? They just said they want to remove him. You don't. Problems like this are some of the things that he tried to block, and they are taking offense off. So if they're really genuine to the Liberian people that they don't want Fanati in that post, now Fanati have putting some things out there. Let them bring their evidence now. Let them bring their evidence. But don't say that. We all know Fanati is not free, but Fanati now is advocating for the horse to be audited. So we all should put our voice, give our voice, strengthen him to allow the horse be audited. If Fanati is indicted, fine. So Fanati now is telling you these are some of the things that those guys, trying to plot against me. And young people coming out today try to defend it. Fanati not clean, he shouldn't have put his federal colleagues on the bus. Come on. There you go. Says, yeah, Liberia our hairs, but I don't know. I don't know what people are teaching in the various universities or various schools in Liberia. I don't know. They teach them to be patriotic, or they teach them to steal, or they teach them to back the wrongs. I don't know. I really don't know. But I think there's a research that we have to undertake to see what Liberians, learning in school in terms of patriotism. We have to really, really, look into that and come up with our finding to see what's really happening in the country. You muted.
And join me Thursday evening. We have some stuff here, just the time. Okay. Thursday will come on at 8, so you should be out of work. Hopefully we can be on the air. I'm about to call my aunt. I'm reaching out to Ablije. They reach out to me. They want us to be on the air on Ablije in Bassa. We'll also get back on the air in Nima radio, where we used to be on. The radio in Saturday is off and on. I think utility power on our side is really expensive. So, but we're trying to see, because we have to educate our people. We have to let them know what's going on, because they don't know what's going on. Okay. So that's it. Sis Sonny, I hope all is well. Sis Sarah, hope all is well. I will be reaching out to everybody at the end of the month. We will need help to stay afloat. Sarah, I'll reach out to you. There's a lot happening in Liberia. A lot of people now will reach out to you and see what we all can do too. There are people who are actually volunteer. They're already on the ground. Some of them are on their way on the ground. We got to do something. Okay. So that's let me come back. For Nani just told the people, and yeah, that you rightfully put, is because they're trying to audit them. That's why they're fighting.
Yeah.
They're fighting because they don't want to be audited. That's why they're fighting. Okay. $22 million, no report.
Yeah.
$500,000 from the $1 million from the inauguration, no report. The president travel, they just pick money and give it $100,000+ to spend of the Liberian people money while Liberians are dying. Okay. So the president came back. What did he bring home? What did he bring home? Where next? Where next? So folks, again, I'm gonna say good night to all of you. After 20 some more years of marriage, today is my anniversary. I'm gonna go hang out.
Oh,
So
happy
yeah, I will talk to you later. Yes.
happy anniversary. Let me say one thing. Let me say this before we leave. This government is inept, very inept. This government don't have the charisma, the technical know-how to run this country, especially this time. This government promises everything that they are not, with. The AFL saga, Baga give us 2 weeks.
Yeah.
9 months now, there is no report on the AFL saga.
The yellow machine.
The yellow machine. Baga said he will get back to the Liberian people. We are not heard anything. My people, if y'all think y'all will get anything different from this government than the past government, y'all be in the way how you call him with can say Ziale Toule.
Ziale Toule, yeah.
Yeah, in Ziale Toule. So like people will say the future predator can, you can how you say that says yeah.
The future predictor is based on past performance. Yeah.
So the past performance, you think you will get good, performance out of them in the future? No. 12 years of United Party, you saw all of that and you came on and you voted them in again. You think that they are the change? No, that's not the change. So what why y'all gave us that what we live with. So it says your happy anniversary. Please go.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, please go.
Thank you. So I will say again, your majority, you're wrong. Your majority, your brothers this and got our people suffering and our people dying. Your majority got all embarrassed. Your majority, you need to stand up and undo what you guys did. Okay? I'd rather be in minority and be right and be principled and be moral and be patriotic than be in majority and do not have character and do not stand for nothing. And most of you stand for nothing. You fall for everything. You put the future of Liberia up on sale for $1, $10, t-shirt, rice, your tribe, your candidate, your political party. And this is why we are here. Okay? That's why we are here. You don't vote based on competence. You don't speak based on morals or any principle. You have no code that you live by and you say, come bring, come shine. This is my belief system. I will stand for it. And that's what some of us stand for. That's what separates majority of you from some of us, the minority per se. But that said, good night. Yeah, thank you for the anniversary. Thank you. When you've been on this journey for over 2 decades, it's just a journey. And I'm grateful for my partner, for my children, for the blessings and all of the challenges that it comes with. I'm going to go find something to eat. I got to go study. Love all of you. But I love Liberia the most. Have a good night. Thank you. Wow. And I will end with this man. I'm not sure what he's talking about, but this God, Mr.
Moses, I said, Moses, to this leadership, I'm telling you, we don't want a leadership that when our gas will walk out, they can reach to us. We do not want a leadership that will have just section. The Senate are receiving 100%, and we are receiving 40%. Stop by to let you know it's going to bless you. Just section. A leadership. So I'm telling you, we don't want a leadership that when our gas will walk out, they can reach to us. We do not want a leadership that will have special section. The Senate are receiving 100%,